Jesus Christ!
Surprise!
I thought you were fucking dead!
No, I'm alive. Crazy, right? It's crazy.
You are aware you've broken so many contractual obligations to do these that
I know, but
I'm gonna have to give you a severe pay cut.
I'm friends with the director and the producer and the editor, so maybe they can put in some good words for me.
That guy's an asshole.
He's an asshole.
He
They're
is.
assholes.
He is.
But, you know,
Anyway.
I'm friends with them.
Hey guys!
What's up, guys?
Kiriama Sparta here, and
Sarah!
guess who finally decided to stop? Well, I guess she's still moving, but you know, that
Yeah.
stuff. She's finally here to do reviews.
That's right, guys.
And we got 3 today. Actually, we got 3 to go through. So, sorry, no Before Watchmen. Womp wah, unfortunately. It said that Ozymandias 4 was coming out today, but I guess they're just lying to me still.
I checked on the DC website and it says not till the 28th of November.
Really?
I hope it's wrong.
I hope so too.
That's a long time to wait. I'm kind of getting pissed off.
Anyway, to fill in for that, we got a lot of Death of the Family.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
These many.
3. That's a lot to me. Anyway, I think that's 45 minutes about of review.
Yeah, that's
so
a lot.
there we go. Yeah. Want to get right to it?
Sure.
Okay. So, once again, with the new 52s and the whole Death of the Family thing, I'm not reading them, I'm having her recap to me. So I kind of like that. It's like story time.
It is like story
It's
time.
like story time.
But I don't have like cookies and stuff.
How dare you not have cookies?
I'll go story times with cookies.
Anyway, so first up on the block is Batman. Aptly named.
Number
14. 14?
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
And this time it's the cover of Joker that's been in the ads.
Yeah, all those ads, you've probably seen it. It's got Joker with like a Joe's Mechanic onesie on and a bunch of screens.
And a tool belt.
Which one? One of them... Damien looks like a mongoloid. Spinning
He looks a little strange.
I saw that a little bit. But anywho, if you remember where we last left off, Batman got trapped.
In a thing.
In a vat.
Yeah.
That's the word. So, there you go, recapped. Oh, and Joker was about to beat Alfred with a hammer.
Yes, that's where it ended.
That's where it ended. Okay. Let's do this.
And it picks up right away with Batman. Doesn't mention Alfred until a little bit later, but...
Okay.
I don't know if I can fit this into one video again.
So...
Because all 3 of them today are just fucking awesome, guys.
Sweet.
But this one especially is awesome. Scott Snyder, just...
He gets
he's a
Batman.
good guy. He's 2 thumbs up from this...
From that comic girl nerd.
For me. Anyway, so it starts off with Batman screaming at Harley, "Where's Joker? Where's Joker?"
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where it ended off. So
Yeah.
It picks up immediately after. And it shows him getting locked inside the vat, and then it's getting filled up with green chemical.
Mm-hmm.
And Batman puts on a mask of some sorts, and...
A bat mask.
Fancy that!
He's got something for everything.
Yeah. He puts on his bat mask and overrides something in his suit so he can survive this, and he's going on in his head about how this is Joker's first ever chemical, so he's studied it. He knows exactly what's in it. He lists every ingredient that's in this chemical, so he knows how to fight it.
Nice.
So, and one line that he says that I really, really like is, there's nothing in this mixture but death.
Yeah.
So he busts out, and his suit's just completely destroyed. It's like dripping, falling off in pieces. It's just, it's irreparable is actually what this suit tells him.
Oh.
The damage is irreparable. So he drives home after that, and it shows him talking to Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, hey, Alfred, this is what this happened." And, "Oh, Alfred, I looked up this." And then he stops and goes, "Alfred?"
Oh.
And starts wandering around the house to try and, or Wayne Manor to try and find him. And all you hear is this, well, I guess C is creak. Something's creaking in the house, and he's still calling out Alfred's name. He can't find him. Opens a room, and he finds a little present on the floor. A little
Classic
present with,
Joker.
little present with purple wrapping paper and a green bow. He opens it up, and it's a cassette tape. Pops it in his cassette player, and it plays a tape of Joker talking to Bruce Wayne, not Batman.
Oh, so he's actually targeting Bruce Wayne.
He's talking to Bruce Wayne. So
okay.
he's targeting Bruce Wayne in this attack, not
And if
necessarily
you've
Batman.
and if you've read the original, The Man Who Laughs, he goes after Bruce Wayne too.
Yeah.
In that one, so it's actually kind of sticking with that.
Yep. And one thing I've noticed with actually all the Death of the Family comics, Joker's speech, a lot of his words are very drawn out. His S's are really long, and in some words his E's are really long. So,
Well, probably because he doesn't have lips and he's kind of like lisping or
but
something.
to me, when I'm reading it, I immediately think of Mark Hamill's Joker. That's the voice I'm reading it in.
Oh, okay.
It fits perfectly with this. I mean, I always read it in Mark Hamill's voice anyway.
I can't do a good Mark Hamill.
No, not many people can,
No.
but that's what I read it in, and it's feeling like it's a really good mixture of Mark Hamill's Joker and Heath Ledger's Joker in this, because it's super dark. It's dark, but the speech reminds me very much of Mark Hamill's Joker.
Nice.
Besides the point, this tape starts playing, and it's Joker talking to Bruce Wayne, saying, "Hey, I kidnapped your butler. I need him for a special celebration. I need a servant."
Mm-hmm.
And you hear Alfred going, "Master Bruce, I'm sorry." And Joker kind of just shushes him. And Alfred says, "If you think being blindfolded intimidates me," and Joker cuts him off laughing, and said, "Ha! You think I'm blindfolded? No, I burned your eyes with ammonia."
Oh. Jesus.
And then he says, "I'll do it again for fun." And then you hear Alfred screaming. And then Joker laughs. And it cuts to a panel of the cassette player showing it, and it looks like a Joker face.
It does.
A
Oh.
little bit. I don't know if you
Okay.
can see that
Yeah, I see
there.
that. Yeah.
It's got the green hair, the creepy smile, and the wacky eyeballs. I don't know
I
if I
like
can
that.
find it in there, but that one. Bruce freaks out. I don't know what time we're at.
No, we got lots of time. We got 9 minutes. Sorry, guys. I gotta keep up to date.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
should set a stopwatch.
You really should set a stopwatch.
But I'm very lazy.
True. Next scene we see is Gordon sitting on his bed. And Batman shows up, says Jim, and Gordon freaks out and pulls a gun on him because his eyes are huge and bloodshot. He's not.
Well, he was really freaked out from the
And,
last issue with
you know.
Joker. Well, obvious reasons.
With good reason.
But you could tell that he was really fucking unnerved
Oh
by
yeah,
that.
he's not in a good place right now. And Batman tells him Joker kidnapped Bruce Wayne's servant. And
Butler.
And Gordon, I almost called him Barbara. And Gordon says, "Oh, Alfred Pennyworth, I guess no one's off limits now, not like they were before."
But yeah.
Gordon notices that he's going after the bigger players now, and Gordon says his whole speech here about Joker is really, really, really good.
Mhm.
He's basically saying, with all the other criminals, you can always tell what they're going to do next because they have a pattern. With Joker, you can't tell.
Right.
The only way you can kind of guess what he's up to is if you think like him, and you
can't do that without going crazy.
the poor soul who does think like him, and that's when Batman says, "That's why I'm here. The next target is you."
Oh.
And on the cassette tape, there's a little Gordon etched in it, and there's no Gordon recording company, so I think it's a pretty clear indicator of who he's going after next. So
Yeah.
Batman tries to convince Gordon to go to a safe house with him. Gordon freaks out and says, "No, I can't. Not after what happened in the police station, because Joker killed a ton of men, essentially right in front of Gordon."
Pretty much, yeah, in the dark, but yeah.
Yeah, so he's got all that blood on his hands, and Gordon pulls out some old photos, and there's a little shot of his thumb on a photo that starts bubbling blood.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere along the lines, Joker has poisoned Gordon, and then the next shot is Batman holding
Holy shit.
a Gordon who is bleeding out of every
Pores.
pore.
Yeah.
And this is what
That is
that
messed up.
beautiful shot looks like.
He must have poisoned the photos or something.
Don't know,
No, we don't
but
know.
it's been poisoned. And then it flashes to Gordon in bed, and Batman is talking to Nightwing. He's explaining to all what's been going on with Joker so far.
Mm-hmm.
And once Batman tells Nightwing about Alfred, Nightwing freaks out and gets mad at Bruce and says, "Stop talking in code. Is this why you want to talk in public? Because you thought we don't have to deal with this?" And Batman gets angry. He's like, "Do you think this is easy for me? Alfred's pretty much like my dad. This is not easy for me."
Yeah.
And then they drop the code and they start addressing each other by name. And Batman says, or Bruce Wayne says, "Don't tell anybody else.
Mhm.
I want this kept between us, because if anyone else finds out that Joker has Alfred,
Mhm.
they'll go right after him and they won't be thinking clearly.
Right, yeah.
And then he needs them at their best."
Mm-hmm.
So Batman tells Nightwing to go to an aqueduct where Batman and Joker had their first fight.
Where he was trying to poison the river or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
And he's like, "Go here because I know he's recreating everything he's ever done from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
This is where he's going to be next. Meet you there." And the next scene is Batman approaching on his little fancy bad bike, and his whole inner monologue is about how at this point I'd be talking to Alfred right now, and he's just trying not to think about it, and he says, "Don't think about how you're calling just to hear his voice, to be reassured," and that's when he cuts himself off and just to stop it, focus on what you're doing. So he's clearly
Pretty emotionally distraught.
pretty emotionally distressed right now. And lo and behold, Joker's waiting for him on this bridge. And this whole conversation is so creepy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, oh my god, I can't talk, I'm so excited. Scott Snyder, just seriously.
Good kudos, sir.
It's creepy as fuck. It's so good. And this is where you really see how some of his speeches are drawn out, but...
How Joker's kind of talking, you know?
Yeah. And the whole gist of this conversation is Joker saying, I knew you'd come here, I knew this is what you think I'd be doing next, is blowing up the aqueduct, poisoning the river, and the people who live nearby go to the aqueduct to get water instead of pouring it from their taps.
Oh, okay.
Kind of to get it free, quick
Free
water,
at charge or something?
something like that.
Fair enough.
Joker says, oh, that's funny, because he's one step ahead of him in this one. He says, you think, by being fast, I pushed my remote and poisoned the water. And then he explains what Batman had done to try and prevent this, and what he had already did. And it cuts to a panel of Nightwing arriving at the aqueduct, and it blowing up in his face, essentially.
Jesus.
Like, Nightwing is saying, Batman, I'm arriving at, and then it goes boom. And yeah,
Holy shit.
that's that. And Joker says, and then we'd fight, and then these people would be poisoned, you had to try and save them. But rather than waiting for them to drink the water, I went and got them. And it shows a spotlight on the water with a bunch of floating bodies tied down to the river.
Jesus.
Took me a while to get that one.
That is grisly.
But yeah, it's really creepy. I think it's the top one there. I can't really tell.
Yeah, if you could tell, it's getting really good.
I think it's a good place to
Probably good
stop
cut.
for
Yeah,
now.
we're gonna. Sorry, guys. This is definitely gonna have to be a two-parter. See how many we got. But yeah, I'll put up a button.
To be
here.
continued.
To be continued. Subscribe, like, comment.
Favorite.
We'll be back.